fed my dog. I have fed myself. I have fed my soul. I, Justiguy, have arrived and returned to the 100-line Last Defense Academy, and if I am zen, I am calm. I am at peace with the direction events have gone in this game. No matter what happens, I will accept them. I may disagree with the way my bro has been acting, even though he is clearly our most treasured person in the whole wide world after Nozomi, and that's up for debate. But I understand he does not understand that yet. And that's fine. He'll learn. We'll prove it to him through our actions. He is just scared. I don't know if I'll be zen when the gi comes up again, but I have accepted Takemaru could be like this sometimes, and that's okay. We have Tsubasa, and as a delightful new treat, we have Yugamu, who's being fairly well written in this arc. Root, sorry. Had a manga brain fart there, sorry. Anyway, let us resume. Hi, Zero.
Get ready for your 36th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
The fact that this route, I've said this before, is not jumping into craziness is interesting. And it makes me also wonder if we walked into the right options in the choices we've made so far, or like if don't team up with Yugamu, we would have just died. We would have just like gotten death at the following battle. That's my suspicion, but who knows? I will also say I was thinking while I was consuming and preparing and consuming and preparing. I wrote it down. Hold on, let me check my notes. Sorry, we're getting started so slow today. The fact that, yes, this was it. I think I've already basically said this, but the fact that so far this is the only route that's really brought up the fact that, Takumi's relationship that I can recall or that I've seen. The fact that this is the only route so far that has had Takumi reflecting on the contrast between the team now versus the team before. And it's not even to my standards, let's be honest. I have such high standards. And yet it is not meeting them. It simply is not. But no, the fact that this is the only time they really, that I can recall. Maybe something was happening. There's not even really a common route, though. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Day 36. This is the start of our week's break from the invader hunt. Of course, that doesn't mean we're going to be sitting around doing nothing. The anti-sponsor Alliance is going to be giving their all, searching for the QB liquid we need to repair the escape pod. Oh, and there's something else. They're going to keep saying QB. I'm going to want Urobuchi again to do a route. That'd be fun. Eva, I did promise Shoma I'd take care of her. It's been awkward between us ever since I made her cry that one time. But this is what Shoma wanted. I have to honor his last request. I made my way to the... Get the fucking mask first, you moron! I see. So Shoma's dead. Ava's face fell when I told her what had happened. He was such a timid boy and a little strange, but I liked him. Is this the first time I think... We didn't get to see any of it, but I think this is the first time they've actually had a chance to interact. So, you know what? That's fine. He was kind, even to a prisoner like me.
Huh?
Leaving you behind was his only regret. He said he wanted you to be happy.
Huh?
He really was a great guy, no matter how bad things looked for him. He was always thinking about, okay, let's not push it. And now it was my turn to carry on that legacy.
Huh?
Ava, I'm sorry I broke my promise to return your mask. Do you think you can find it in your heart to forgive me? Just bring her the fucking mask! Shoma asked me to take care of you in his place after he was gone. I know you probably won't like seeing me every day from now on, but no, I don't mind. In fact, I've wanted to apologize to you for a while now. Sorry about last time. I shouldn't have reacted that way I did. The mask is just so important to me. It's easy for me to get carried away. Ava bowed her head in apology. Unlike our last conversation, she was clearly thinking a lot more calmly and rationally now. Or maybe calm wasn't the word. Maybe it was more like Resignation. That I was literally thinking that. I didn't say it because it happened too fast, but yeah. Face was eerily still, almost devoid of emotion. God, we are horrible. I didn't have it in me to act like the situation was any better than it was either. The mood began to stagnate. If you're that concerned about having your face exposed, I can get you a hat or something. No, that wouldn't work. I decided never to cover my face with anything other than that mask. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize it was such a specific belief. Without that mask, I'm nothing. I can't stay calm. I can't gather my courage. Were you always like Kurara? Because when we were married and with children's and everything, you had your face out. You're really attached to it, huh? Is it like a source of support for you? Of course it is, that mask. It's the only of its kind in all the world. My daughter made it, especially for me. Well, shit. Your daughter? You have a kid? Do I look too young to be a mother? Technically, it was my brother's wife who gave birth to her. Wait a minute. I don't think she phrased it that way last time, did she? If Veshnes is her sister by blood, okay, then it is not Veshnes's child, like I was kind of initially thinking. At some point, but I think that maybe that got disproven also. But after her parents died, I took her in, even if we're only tangentially related by blood. She is my one and only daughter. Cue Homer Simpson's gif, one and only daughter so far. It was a shocking revelation. Ava, a mother? There was more to it than that. Something here didn't add up. Invaders were creatures created by the Earth itself to bring about world death. Are we finally getting there? That was what we'd been told. And yet, the Earth must have given birth to them to further advance the world, death, and the eradication of all life on the planet. You've seen the way they fight. It's not much of a stretch, is it? And it would explain why they're so fixated on destroying the school. Had we been wrong this whole time? Did the invaders actually have their own lives outside of world death? It wouldn't be easy enough to get the truth. All I had to do was ask Ava, what are you? I forced myself to hold the question back. What mattered right now is finding the QB liquid and fixing the escape pod. Asshole! I'm gonna write this down. My notes. That pisses me off. Takumi not asking Ava, what are you? Also, they haven't really explained why she can't just give her the fucking mask back. But anyway, if this route delves into that later, fine. But the fact that they're teasing me with it could just be like, hey, find it in another route, which could be how you structure stories like this when you're thinking, you gotta think big picture. You don't want other routes to feel redundant. So it's like, you're like, oh, you get to this one first. And you're like, oh, you should ask. Then it's like, oh, when you get to a different route, oh, he asked, finally, now we know. You know, maybe it's like that, but like, I'll put a little addendum. With story lock options, you can ask after getting the other route where it comes up. Other routes? Because I mean, you could have like multiple flags. Like, is it just as if you hit like basically what I'm thinking is, God, I'm being really rambly today. Basically it would work like there's a flag where, and the flag it would be a global flag, you know. So basically, if you learn origin of invaders, anytime a locked part, a hidden choice would be, it would appear because you, the player, have the knowledge, and thus it's not a spoiler, quote unquote, for a route that was designed for you to not have that information yet. You know what I mean? I think that is that could work. What I do, I don't know. No, I don't know. I mean, I do a lot of things. Anyway, if we let the true nature of the invaders distract us, we never get any of that done.
Oh, Commune. I miss you so much.
Ava muttered that last sentence under her breath, staring up at the sky through the bars of her cage. Just get her the fucking mask, though. Commune, that must be her daughter's name. After that, I met up with Yugamu and Tsubasa, and we set out for the day. Outside the school, we began our search for the QB liquid with renewed vigor. We'd pinned down a potential location on a map we'd found in the library beforehand. Okay, this is something that doesn't make sense. I mean, okay, it could stand to reason that the maps were like pre-prepared on this artificial satellite based on information we took when or we, the humans, I mean, when I say we, made of the planet Futuran before. Futurum is the planet, and Futurans are the people. Futurum. We probably made maps of it before we invaded, because. So, all right, I am thinking too much. It's just that they would still have to hide that we're the invaders. We had nothing to show for our hard work that day. The only thing we'd found in the ruins is regular junk. Finding what we needed wouldn't be easy. There were bound to be days where we just walked away disappointed, just like this one. Day 47. The next day, we focused on old pharmacies and construction sites in residential areas. I don't think we've ever seen this background before. But once again, we found nothing but junk and had to return to the school empty-handed. All right, now we're doing the day skipping thing, but at least it's not like, you were unconscious for a month. I appreciate this. And another new background. After that, we searched for the ruins of every house we could find from corner to corner. I should probably be screenshotting these for thumbnails and such. We may never see them again, so that'd be... We failed to find what we were looking for, and before we knew it, the sun was going down. Day 39. On day 39, we made our way to the ruins of an old dockyard. We searched all day, but didn't find anything that looked like it could be QB liquid. If you didn't get what I was saying before, QB is Cube, from Madoka Magica, or Madoka Magica, or however you want to pronounce it. Sharp and troops, time to rise and shine. And one way they could throw a wrench in all this, day 40 already, is have the invader attack during a commander attack rather during our vacation. There's only 3 days of our break left, including today. I wanted to find the QB liquid before the start of the second round, but at this rate, I don't think that's gonna happen. I just don't have enough people to cover all this ground. Let's face it, the chances of the three of us stumbling on something that rare were always pretty slim. What am I saying? It's not over yet. Gave my cheeks another light slap once again. The author of this route was really feeling a cheek slapping kind of feeling, huh? I gave my cheeks a light slap to chase those negative thoughts away. We'll find that liquid. We have to. I tried to reassure myself as I set out for another day searching. No free time here, no sir. Just as I was leaving my room, someone called out to me. It wasn't Yugamu or Tsubasa. I'm gonna guess Moko or Nozomi or Darumi, I guess. Hey! Oh! Morning, Takumi. Yoshika, do you still hate me again? Huh? Moko? Yoshika too? What are these two doing right outside my room? We were thinking of starting a new segment. Kind of, Mojiro Knows Best, Morning Edition. What? What exactly does that mean? Basically, we want to have breakfast with you. Hey! You haven't been to the cafeteria in a while, so it might be nice for us to eat together and maybe catch up on some stuff, you know? Oh, Moko, you're a good kid. Something was weird. Despite Moko's cheerful demeanor, Yoshika was still just as silent as ever. I think that's where the Moko Knows Best part comes in. And you say catch up on stuff. What kind of stuff are you talking about? Oh, just saying anything that pops into our heads. I'm sure we can think of something. Like the state of pro wrestling and the TRC, our favorites for the next championships, the latest backstage gossip, or hey, maybe even... Okay, she's about to drop some kind of bombshell on us. However, this gets me thinking, if we had ever talked specifics about TRC, is it not possible that it would have come up that... I mean, I'm sure it is. If, like for example, say we did talk about the state of pro wrestling. What if she was talking about her favorite wrestlers and someone repeatedly raises their hand who the hell are you talking about? There's no such person as the Roaring Shark Monster or the Jimmy John 9000. The famous wrestlers are the Thulk and the Smasher Man. I know nothing about wrestling, I'm sorry. The physical condition of the other members of the Special Defense Unit? Okay, this is more than a little weird now. Why would I talk about how the others are doing with these two? We're not even on the same team right now. This was a bad idea, Lady Moko. We shouldn't involve Sir Takumi in this. He is the Grim Reaper, after all. Asking him for help will only make things worse. And anything bad would befall Lady Nozomi. Uh-oh. Rejection symptoms. Nozomi, wait. What does this have to do with her? Is she okay? Did something happen to her? Why would you think that? Gosh, Takumi, there's some imagination you've got. But Kyoshka literally just said, oops, sorry, Takumi, looks like our time's up. We gotta get out of here and head to the next segment. Until next time, bye, Anara. Moko hoisted Kyoshka up like a sack of potatoes and hurried away. Nozomi. I could go after them and ask what's wrong with her, but the way they are now, I don't think they'd tell me anything. Use your fucking brain, dude. Damn it. Is she gonna die of rejection symptoms while we're fucking around and looking for QB liquid? Yugamu Tsumasa and I set out for another day of searching for QB liquid. But my heart wasn't in it, and I was too distracted by the idea that Nozomi needed help. Needless to say, wow. Not even a fade to black, just boom. Needless to say, we didn't find what we were looking for that day either. You stupid bastard. The rejection symptoms were such an important plot point. Why would you not go check on her when then you even get an inkling she might not be okay? Now it's day 41. Things were beginning to feel pretty hopeless. I only had today and tomorrow left until the next round of the Invader Hunt began. But again, this route has given me a lot of mixed feelings. The fact that we're going through day by day and not skipping shit, even if it's just a couple sentences, fucking appreciate that. Then again, since this is probably the killing game route, even though it is not a killing game, I probably imagine they made sure to flesh this line out a little, because this might if someone's using a guide, this might be the one they zero in on. I only had today and tomorrow left until the next round of the Invader Hunt began. If it comes down to it, can we keep looking for the QB liquid while also earning enough points to stay in the game? Oh, great, a visitor. That's all I need. It was MOKO. It seemed like she'd come to continue our conversation from yesterday, although she didn't have Kyoshka with her this time. Hey, MOKO, what was all that about yesterday? You were acting really weird. If there's something you want from me, just come right out and say it. Okay, well, how'd you like to hire me, Takumi? Hire you for, what? Where's this coming from? You might not think it by looking at me, but I've got others' talents besides my strength. I can handle all kind of job you want. Any kind of job you want. Manual labor's a given, but I can cook too, and I'd make a great bodyguard when you're going anywhere dangerous. Yeah! I'm there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. MOKO Mojiro. Every home should have one. Pretty amazing value, don't you think? I have no idea what she's talking about anymore. Why do I have to get saddled with this bizarre sales pitch first thing in the morning? All I'm saying is I'll work real hard for you, Takumi. I'll do anything you want, so in return for that...
Won't you do something to save
okay, there it
dear
is.
friend?
Huh? Your dear friend? What are you talking about, Nozomi? She did want my help with Nozomi yesterday. I knew it. What happened to Nozomi, MOKO? That's the thing. I don't really know what's wrong with her. She suddenly collapsed 3 days ago, and she's been getting worse and worse ever since. This morning, it was hurting her just to breathe. At this rate, I'm worried she might die. Nozomi can't use the Revive-O-Matic. If she dies, she's gone forever. I don't know what caused this, so I have no idea what to do about it. It doesn't seem like a regular cold, so I gotta wonder if there's some kind of disease she already had in her. I really need any help I can get here. That's why I came to you. You're from the future, so I figured you might know something about Nozomi that I don't. Now it makes sense. That's what you were trying to ask me yesterday? Yeah, please, Nozomi. Or please, Takumi, save Nozomi. I know I got some nerve asking for you to have her help after the way we've all treated. I mean, MOKO, you've been nothing but kind to us, to my recollection. Except maybe like one line when the whole stupid avoiding him thing dropped. You're fine. You're just going out. You're trying to help your friends. I get that. You're looking out for Nozomi, Kyoshka, and Kurara. I get it. You're cool. But you're her only hope. I'll begin you save her life, and I'll dedicate mine to you. Tears streamed down her face. Tears streaming down her face. MOKO got down on her knees and bowed her head in supplication. I get you couldn't just come out and say she's doing a dogeza, but that would have been a lot less words. MOKO, come on, you don't have to do that. Of course I'll help. All you have to do is ask. If Nozomi's suffering, I just can't stand by and let it happen. I want to do something about it. That's what friends are for. Thank you, Takuma. Thank you so much. I gave MOKO a tissue to dry her eyes, not to mention her nose. When she'd calmed down a little, I got her to tell me more about... Come on. Okay, here's the thing. I appreciate that we're being wordy in this route, but we usually figure it out faster. Based on what you've told me, I might know what the problem is. It sounded a lot like what had happened to Nozomi in the first timeline. Healthy pallor, fever, labored breathing. I'd seen her suffer like that before. It can only mean one thing. I'm honest, it's just as you said. My condition is due to rejection symptoms. What are rejecting symptoms? In case it's been like 100 years. Hemoinum has rejected me. I think Nozomi is probably going through rejection symptoms from her cryptoglobin. It's not very compatible with her body, so it flares up and gives her a bad fever sometimes. So her body's turning against her, kind of like with steroid abuse? Does that mean this could happen to the rest of us too? No, this is a Nozomi-only thing. It's because she's not an official member of the Special Defense Unit. Official? What do you mean by that? Uh-oh. Well, Nozomi's different from us. I told Moto... Oh, okay. I told Moko the truth. Okay, so Moko is might be more involved in this truth. That's very interesting. We really haven't seen much of that at all. Like even Yugamu had time in like the joke routes and the slasher and stuff. I told Moko the truth about how Nozomi got here, how she snuck in and joined this war of her own free will. Basically, the whole story that I'd heard from Nozomi herself last time. Her mother was a researcher working at Kamakura General Hospital, where she lived in a project to save, where she was involved in a project to save humanity. Specifically, that project involved transfusing cryptoglobin into human hosts. Nozomi had offered herself as a research subject to help make that project a success. But something went wrong and the cryptoglobin didn't bond with her the way they'd expected. Nevertheless, they continued with their research. The project was eventually shut down by the higher-ups, and Nozomi's mother was so heartbroken that she took her own life. A thought. If that is true, which I'm pretty sure it is, because there was a whole thing with Sirei erasing the memories, then she made Sirei give them back, and she remembered, and she was... Now, I don't think I ever thought about this. Knowing what we do now, that we are the invaders, one, I have a lot of questions about Nozomi's mother, but two, did she not even actually take her own life? Was she... some other shady stuff going on since we are the aggressors in this situation? Who ever thought? After that, Nozomi snuck into Kamakura again and again, trying to figure out the truth behind why the project had ended. Eventually, she found it. The people in charge were building a special squad of youths with the power of cryptoglobin. In other words, the Special Defense Unit. Her investigation led her deeper into the heart of the hospital. And in a room packed with strange console-like machines, she found us. Could y'all really have not made one of these CGs without the people? I mean, I know this is how we found out about it, but I feel like you don't need to include the people. I guess it's another file, whatever. Realizing that we were the Special Defense Unit she'd heard about, she got inside a pod herself. When we were sent here to the planet's surface, she came as well, ending up at second to last Defense Academy.
Huh?
To put it simply, Nozomi was never meant to be here. Her mom's experiment on her were deemed failures. In spite of that, she's been fighting so hard all this time. I guess it's only natural that it would take its toll on her body sooner or later. That Nozomi, I can't believe she never told me any of this. And now that I'm telling you this, you're gonna be like, my gosh, you are such a good guy, Takumi. Does she really think I'd care if she's not an official member of the team? She's my friend. I'd love her no matter what. Yeah, I knew none of that would matter to you. That was why I felt comfortable sharing this information. If anyone could be trusted with Nozomi's secret, it was Moko. So, Takumi, how do we stop these symptom thingies? If there's some kind of medical herb that'll help, I'll run out and get some right now. No, there's only one thing that will help Nozomi now, and that's cryptoglobin, which we have from those fucking vials. It's got cannibalistic qualities. I was wondering what the hell we were going to do with that, and using it to... That's a very, actually... Credit to this route. That is a very smart way to I will admit, set up, give people a reason to be paranoid about Takumi and all that. But also, if this goes there, to tie back. So, you know what? Props. And now, as another note, I think it was really good I took a break. I'm much more accepting now, I think. In the experiments, we were looking for a way to reduce rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. Mom transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped. So by absorbing cryptoglobin, we can mitigate the rejection? A lot of this is going over my head, but basically what you need to say, that's what we need to savor, right? Cryptoglobin. Well, the best way to get some more is by defeating a commander. Okay, that settles it. I'm gonna go find a commander and lay a beat down on him. I'll bring him back alive so Nozomi can... Wait, Moko, we already have some cryptoglobin right here. Huh? We do? Yeah, I got some at the end of the battle on day 33, remember? You seriously didn't think I used it, did you? handed MOKO the prize the sponsor had given me for being in the top 3 in the rankings. Inject this into Nozomi and her symptoms will settle down, I'm sure of it. The cryptoglobin in the vial looked the same as it did the night I got it. Still had its power. Are you sure you're okay with just giving away your prize? It's a small price to pay if it'll save Nozomi's life. Go on, take it. Thank you, Takumi. I don't know how I can ever make this up to you. Don't sweat it. I'm just doing what anyone would do. Takumi, you really are a great guy. Okay, I'll take it. Thanks again. I'll go to Nozomi's room and give it to her right now. MOKO bowed her head one last time and rushed off to deliver the life-saving vial. Get better soon, Nozomi. I can't just sit around and worry all day. I still have things I need to do. What are those things I still need to do, though? We'll have to find out next time, citizens, because I'm afraid until we meet again, but only for now, this is gonna have to be farewell.